As a DJ, how can someone that's coming up to be a DJ be a producer?
I think that happens naturally, you know what I mean? Like you DJ, you learn so much music, you know what I mean? Then you start seeing what people do. I mean, it's so much easier to figure it out now with the tutorials and all that on the YouTube and all that. I mean, I started out as a DJ, and I was actually a rapper at one time, and I had a producer, and he wasn't making beats fast enough for me to rap, you know what I mean? And I was watching what he's doing and seeing that I'm a DJ. I was like, how do you do that? And he showed me. He's hitting the sample monks. I used to wonder how they were getting all them sounds, because you'd buy a drum machine and they want to have all them same sounds that was on them songs. I'm like, how's they getting these sounds? So then I seen what he did. I seen him sample. And I seen, to the point where, where later on they're digging in the crates and you go look and you go find records and you find your certain samples that nobody's ever had before. I mean, that's how it starts, you know what I mean? The DJ is gonna automatically, because they don't know music, you know what I mean?
Well, let me ask you, let me just bring it back a little bit further. As a DJ, and again, I do appreciate that right there, but like you just got been saying, I've been playing since 78, 79, but how did you get into the fact to be that promoter? What I mean by that is you had to knock on somebody's door and say, okay, we're gonna make you a promoter. You're no longer a DJ, but you are now a promoter. So what door did you knock on, or who did you speak to, or where did you go to know that you're a promoter? If you're a promoter, then you have to be on a record label. Like you said, you do YouTube, Facebook, and everything like that. But how did you become that promoter?
I mean, like I said, like I had my mixtapes running through the streets and doing everything, and James put me on the radio, and right there gave me the opportunity. And I took everything that I had and whatever contacts I had and put it all in perspective and just kept going and going and going till the people started coming. And it just kept going and going and going. I still do it. Like, to this day, I still search for producers. I'll be on the Facebook and I'll see an MPC drum machine, and I'll add that person as a friend. And I don't even know who they are. And I'll just keep adding all them people. And just to the point where I found everybody who I found. Now, I have, like, I could say at least 500 producers friends in the last year just from this. They're all, like, my friends. Like, we all talk. And then say, if you want to get production, come in, we'll show you, we all show each other everything to help each other, you know what I mean? Everybody's family's got to eat, you know, so we're here to help each other. You get your own little drum machine, you have problems, somebody who has that same drum machine will do the chat line with you and show you how to use it. It's
Mr. McGriff, I also want to ask you about conscious conversations. You said there's on YouTube, Facebook. How do we get to you in all of your conscious conversations? Do we do YouTube and Facebook? I'm missing you on Access Channel.
Well, the reason why I left public access is because the public access channel I was on was only in Hartford and only for people who have cable in Hartford. And like, it's a no-brainer to transition to YouTube and Facebook because you have a worldwide audience. So, in getting to me as far as to seeing what I'm doing and saying is, you can go, like I said, you can go to YouTube, to my YouTube channel, type in "Make It Plain Alfonso," and my YouTube channel will come up, and you'll see all of the videos I've done, the most recent, all the way up to the past. I have over 100 videos. And then even on my YouTube page, if you go into my pictures and then go into the videos will come up that I've done simultaneously, whether it's on YouTube or Facebook. So you can reach me that way. And then I'm always on social media. I mostly hang out on Google+, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Those are the 4 main places I hang out. So I can be reached, and I keep my stuff open.
And when do you do a live performance? When you do a live conscious conversation?
The conscious conversations. Okay, conscious conversations is the name associated with the kind of discussion that I believe we should be having. And I call it a conscious conversation. And then there are certain ground rules associated with a conscious conversation. For instance, nobody announces that somebody else is wrong. The ultimate goal is to understand. We don't care about agreement or disagreement. The goal is to understand. One of the other things we operate by, one of the ground rules is everybody is right. A lot of people have challenges with that. And I say, well, when we're having a conscious conversation, everybody's right. Now, outside of a conscious conversation, if you're in a debate or all of that other stuff that goes on, that's different. You even in a math class, it's different. In a conscious conversation, if I say 4 plus 4 is 8, and somebody else says 4 plus 4 is 7, we both right in a conscious conversation. Because what happens is if I ask you, how do you know 4 plus 4 is 8? The very best you can give me is that's how I was taught. So if somebody says 4 plus 4 is 7, in a conscious conversation, what we do is say, well, can you explain to us how you got 7? We don't announce somebody's wrong. Because everybody that comes to the conversation is bringing everything that they've learned in their entire life to the table. And you can't tell, in a conscious conversation, you can't tell somebody their whole life and what they think they understand and just tell them they're wrong, because it's different from what you believe. So we distinguish a conscious conversation from regular discussions and debates and all of that kind of stuff, because the conscious conversation is the type of talk that we like to have. It doesn't matter what the conversation is about. And I usually do a live conscious conversation once every couple of months. I invite people in. I work in a hair salon, so we meet at the hair salon, or the barbershop, some people call it, and we videotape it. We have a subject, and we have a conscious conversation, and we operate based on the 6 ground rules that we deal with when having a conscious conversation. So that's what it's really about.
Thank you.
There's something I want to get through that's real simple. You were talking about promoter, and I want to give you something that works for a guy who's over 70 years old, who did not know
70?
that. I'll be 71 in a couple of weeks, great time. But I want to tell you how I wound up winning top promoter across the world. And it is something that's so simple. What I did, I've done radio and everything. I got all of my grandkids to go online, and I had them pop off all the different radio stations. And I sent this thing there. I'm so happy, I enjoy your station, such and such and such. Everyone responded back to me saying, ooh, that's so nice. And then I get a response back to them, hey, what can I do for you? They responded back to me, and they said, well, gee, what artists do you have? And now it's to the point now that I have people in Texas and Chicago and all over the place, and you know what they do? Dollar, just send them to me. So this is how I did it. The most ground rule thing possible is because guess what? Those people are unappreciated by us sometimes. We send so much stuff to them and we want them to just do it. But I said, gee, I'm so excited. You're doing such great work. And then the lines of communication go back and back. And so now all I do now is just send things to different places, and then guess what they do? Now they send it to other people. But all I did was let somebody know, I appreciate what you do, and now I'm enjoying the benefits. Something so basic.